Gymnasts have big biceps. How? I wanted to. Well, listen to me for a few minutes. I'll try to explain it to you and give you some hypotheses. If you don't know me, I'm Jacob. I try to make helpful videos. You can subscribe if you want. First reason is they do a lot of pull-ups, chin-ups and stuff like that. And pull-ups and chin-ups, even though they are probably not optimal for building big biceps, they build big biceps. In some studies, they also just compared some variation of a bicep curl to some variation of a pull-up, and they saw very similar bicep growth. It's just that bicep curls are a lot less fatiguing, which makes them better stimulus to fatigue wise. But yeah, pull-ups and chin-ups build biceps. Gymnasts do pull-ups and chin-ups, and that's it. Okay, but we all do pull-ups and chin-ups, so what's the fucking difference here? Gymnasts do a lot of straight arm biceps, or not biceps, just straight arm isometric holds. So planches, back levers, iron crosses, all that stuff. But isometric contractions are inferior for hypertrophy gains. This means they can't get bigger biceps from doing inferior stuff for hypertrophy. Or can they? That's not very simple. Let me explain. If you're on rings, rings move, and every time the rings adjust, then your biceps also have to make sure that you don't fuck up your elbow. Congratulations, you are doing lengthened partials for your biceps. We know that lengthened partials are almost certainly very good for hypertrophy. Some studies also just suggest that they are even better than full range of motion. And it's not like lengthened partials are just like potentially a little bit better. It's that they are potentially a lot better. I think that in one of the studies they had two groups with just measuring the calf growth or calf hypertrophy, and one group included lengthened partials in their training and one didn't, and the one that included lengthened partials got like 50% more growth. 50% more growth is a huge difference. So yeah, they're doing lengthened partials and they are doing them a lot, and that's it. Or is it? There's one more thing that I haven't heard anyone talk about. You just have to use a bit of logic here. When you think of gymnasts that have big biceps, you think of gymnasts that do stuff on rings, okay? And you don't think of just any gymnast that do stuff on rings. You think of the pictures of the gymnasts that have big biceps, and the pictures of the gymnasts that have big biceps are usually the pictures of the best gymnast in the world. If they are the best in the world, they probably have the best genetics, because it's not like their training is so good that they can beat everybody just because their training is better than everybody else's. So yes, you need to include the factor of the fucking genetics here. To recap it, they do a lot of pull-ups and chin-ups, lengthened partials in the so-called isometric skills, and probably good genetics. I truly hope this video was useful to you. If it was, use the freaking like button and like the video. That's it. Bye. Bye.